out of the queue and into the
Out of the
game.
queue.
Yeah. Welcome to
Into the
another
game.
episode of Summerlin Enchantment. Not any episode, but our 50th episode, not to be confused with our 50th session. Don't ask, all right? Look, we have numbered and we have prologue stuff. It's important. This is our 50th, and we're gonna kick it off with some particular important moments. But first, we're gonna go and do some introductions. We'll start with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Princess Olwen. And yeah, maybe she'll tell her friends about that today. We'll see.
Maybe not.
Maybe if it comes up,
Yeah. I'm gonna beg on not. Let's see what.
Merlin's not addressing it.
All right. Let's go to Emily next.
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Beatrice. I forgot until we were in the queue that this was the 50th episode, and I'm terrified of what possibly is either planned or what we get into.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, totally fine.
Okay. And
Nothing bad ever happens.
Exactly. Nicole, you're up.
I'm Nicole. I play Sir Elian. I've not been with him anywhere near as long as 50 episodes, but it's fun to be here.
Awesome. You'd be surprised how long you have been here, though. I think you got to be into the 20s or 30s now.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Okay, let's pick up where we left off last time with the return of Sex Wolf. Yeah. I had to do it. I almost put in
Yeah, I
first, but
know.
I'm like, I don't want to ruin the 50th with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And then also, there's more important events, I'm sure. Unless someone dies, then this will be really important. Let's find out.
Gods! Knights!
Hey, thanks for the subscriptions. All right.
Wow, thank you so much. You're so cool.
Okay. Let's see here. I was trying to find some good music. Let's go with an old classic that brings in trauma. Let's see.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. So when we last left off, Elian and Olwen, you were just kind of looking out, kind of wandering down the hill of Barrowcrest Manor, seeing Dogged right away in the distance. When you looked to the side of the hill, you saw crouched low a band of raiders, and you quickly identified them as those who have already raided your lands, the oddly placed Saxons, led by one Sex Wolf.
Sex Wolf.
I updated the name. Yeah. So, let's figure out what this looks like. Let's start right away. I need to know what Elian and Owen are doing. Very first thing you each do. First few seconds.
Probably upon clocking it, turning to Elliot and saying, "We have to go back. Won't the others?"
Shall I go to the knights and round them up?
Yes.
I should specify that they're like right here. Like you are the victim of ambush. They're right within like 20 feet of you.
Okay, so it's more like yell,
cool.
scream,
Yeah.
to scream.
Like you're walking
Yeah.
down the hill and they're hidden on the side of the hill. Like
But
pressed against them.
Have, like, we clocked them, but have they noticed us?
Okay, so that's the first thing you're kind of getting an idea. I'll take a battle roll from Elian and an awareness roll.
Okay.
My awareness is better than my battle.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're a knight. You got to do
I
knight
succeeded
stuff.
I succeeded in both because I rolled a 3.
No, I'm not. I'm not counting your.
I fail.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll count that as a battle roll. And what is your battle score? So we know in the future.
12.
Okay. You can tick it because yeah, it's battle experience. You spot the ambush alien. You did before. You guys noticed it. They most certainly know you're here, and they start to move immediately when they see you spot them. So what do you two
Uh,
want to do in this moment?
I'm going to stand in front of Olwen and tell her to run, essentially.
Okay.
My intention is to block her from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something here real quick. Do you have your shield?
Yes. I am also armored. I think she was patrolling just before this.
Yep. Okay. As you kind of move or move to step in on Olwen, you raise your shield, but the throw is good, and you take a javelin just to wait. Actually, you have fancy armor, don't you? You have,
I do.
what is your armor score without your shield?
Well,
Well, you take
the armor's
yeah,
12.
you take 3 damage then, as the javelin kind of it doesn't quite pierce all the way through the armor, but it leaves like a bit of a bloody sore um, on the shoulder that connects with your shield arm. You can in turn attack the first guy here if you'd like. He will be moving to try and tackle Lady Olwen.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
attack
down.
him.
Okay.
Let's see if I can impassion this. Let's try loyalty lowered. I crit last time. We'll see.
Probably not a bad.
Succeeded.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Go
And that
ahead.
adds 5,
Plus 5.
right?
Yeah, you betcha. All right. Nice solid hit. Go ahead and give me your damage roll. Okay. The good news is this guy has almost no armor on. He's
I
a
rolled 2 ones.
what's that? Yeah.
I
It'll
rolled 2
happen.
ones.
It'll
I
happen.
rolled shit.
It's still well, I'm not gonna pretend it's a decent score. It's a bad score still.
Mm.
But the good news is you're not attacking a knight, so it's still quite a bit of damage that goes through. He has 2 armor. He looks to be someone maybe in his late teens. They made a motion to him. It's like his goal was to take the lady hostage, and you move to jab him with your blade as he or swipe with your blade as he goes by. That javelin hitting your shoulder kind of messed you up a bit. You're able to cut into him. He is still moving. Olwen, you have a wounded youth, Saxon, coming to try and take you hostage. What do you want to do? When I say youth, it should be clear. This is like talking like 17, 18, not like 12 or something.
12.
Mhm. Let's see. Let's see what I do. I'm not impassioning myself. I'm just using this as a test.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Wow.
well.
You're like, that aged old, hate for the Saxons that I didn't even know I had. Well, there it is, right there. Generational, really.
We've been rated enough right now.
That also goes up to 9, whether you want it to or not.
Wow. He made me mad right now. Like,
Yeah.
here's Sex Wolf, this guy that we were like nice to, and they're
Yeah.
coming back for us like as bullshit.
Jaren somewhere is
and-
like giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah, so she'll take a step to run away, and then all that will go into her head, and she'll be like, no, and like lash out at him with her dagger.
Okay. This will be contested. When
Yeah.
you're ready, let me know.
I'll go for it. Failed.
Okay. So the good news is you swipe kind of like maybe a little less skilled than you've been trained to be, but it's enough to make him like back off. Like he kind of like, oh, if I stepped into that, I would have just got my throat cut. So now he's trying to like angle around you right now. We're going to get our good friend Emily to do a quick test. This is just a random roll. It is, you need a 19 or 20 on a d20 right now. If not, it's okay. Just add something.
Just
No
one
pressure.
d20.
Yeah.
I'm rolling for the bad guys.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Understood. Okay, we're back to Elian. So there are like a couple of dozen raiders overall. Though they seem to be mostly ignoring you, there are going to be a couple that step up to try and face you. The rest are trying to blow past you. What do you want to do in this moment? This
they
is
trying
not
to
an
blow past
ideal
me?
night situation ever. I totally get it.
No. Are they trying to blow past me towards Olwen?
Yes, they seem to be moving towards actually, you can both give me a quick awareness test.
Am I still impassioned? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it's for the whole scene.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure if it was battle or not. I succeeded.
Okay. Oh, and you're a little caught up, and you
Yeah.
you moved away. Like you fled, which you absolutely should do in this state. Even though you're about to cut down a dude. Gwyn is you remember our good religious knight that you all met before, the one that seemed to be posing as an ally. So you see this guy. He's Elian, you hear him. He points forward, like past you, in the direction of the manor, which is I'm assuming where Olwen's fleeing back up the hill towards. And he says, "Get her. Do not harm her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the minute that she gets anywhere close to within earshot of anyone, she's gonna start screaming her head off.
Yeah. You're yelling up the hill. Understood.
Ellie's just gonna kind of haphazardly throw herself in the way of Olwen. There's just too many people for her to try and take them down, so she's just gonna try and
You're
take
gonna
down
try
whoever
and
gets
Body
close
block.
enough.
retreat with her, kind of like with the shield
Blocking.
up, retreating. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say this. What are we gonna test that with? I'll give you the choice. No, I won't. I need an energetic test. If you impassioned last time, you're still impassioned.
Oh, I succeed anyways.
Okay. You're able to kind of push your way back. You have this guy. Like there's gonna be one more contest with this guy that's still trying to tackle Owen. we're gonna play that part. And you see that the Javelineer is gonna keep javelin. We're gonna test that again. Oh, these rolls.
Oh,
Not enough to go through your armor this time. Ting. Block your shield. So what? Just to explain what this is any missile weapon, including a javelin. It takes your shield away from their skill, but if they hit, then your shield doesn't apply to protection. So that's kind of how it's a little different than standard. Anyways, and that little note aside, just wanted to explain so you didn't think I was randomly taking points away from your armor. You see Sex Wolf kind of step up to you, Alien. He's the slowest moving. He doesn't seem very concerned with being the one to lead this. He is marching towards you, and I think seeing him in full, you realize as he's moving up the hill just how big he is. Like seeing him like this, you saw him in core, he was a big guy or whatever, but seeing him like this, you realize that he's beyond Kimrick capability of size. Like he's that.
I took him down the first time.
Yeah.
I was on a horse.
You were on a horse. Yeah. He's no Eosa, but he's big. So, okay. Back to Olwen and her would-be captor. So he's gonna move to try and like get around your dagger and try and take you down. What are you doing in turn?
I think I'm trying to dodge now. Like I'm more concerned with just getting away and like.
Okay. That will be a dex roll.
Mm-hmm. Success.
He got higher on you. So
yeah.
You go to move out of the way and you're successful, and then you kind of turn to kind of come like start wandering up the hill, and you feel him grab at your legs, wrap around. But your success means he doesn't trip you. You're like put your hands on the ground because you're going uphill. You put your hands on the ground, push yourself back here, so kind of kicking and fighting. We will get another test from Emily at this point. It's a 17 or above. Hey,
17.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Evray has emerged. He was in the way, right? We didn't have him away. We didn't have Evray away.
He's still here.
Okay. Yeah, Evray.
Didn't have that sheep pulled up. One sec.
You hear the shouts of Olwen, and you happen to be maybe out by the stables. You come running out and you find what looks like a raid coming this way. Alien's the only one fending it off. And someone has their grubby hands on Olwen. So
I would start running at the man currently on Olwen, and all the while bellowing raid. I can't hear you, Bob.
I'm talking away. Alien, back to you. You hear Gwyn again. He continues his last statement. He says, take Lady Olwen if you must. We're here for the girl.
Oh no.
Okay. So with that, Alien, you are facing off against.
Cool. I guess it's swords.
You may test your sword when you are ready. You will be against.
I didn't roll great, but it is a success.
hope it's. Also, you've got decent armor. Give me a second here. Oh, minor freeze. Good times. I'm back. Thought my computer was gonna like straight up crap out.
Hmm.
It did not. Okay. He really hates the British.
Oh.
You were so nice to him too.
You were so
We
nice.
were so nice.
You really were. I mean, you really were.
We had
We
him
were
at
like
the feast.
peak of hospitality. Really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even in the dungeon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Flat 22. Okay. Let us see. I feel like this happens to Elian all the time. I will give
It does.
you an opportunity. You can turn your sword. If you're gonna use your spend, you will not survive this great axe. You'll not survive this.
My mulligan?
Yeah, you can use your mulligan
Yeah,
to
I
turn
would use it.
Yeah.
your thing into a crit, which means you crit it against each other.
Yeah, I'll use that.
Okay. Okay, so there's some good news there. You're each going to take a D3 damage. You feel as you raise your blade, you feel his axe connect with your blade, with your shield, and still spin you around from its pure strength of the strike. You feel like you're going against a giant with that kind of strike, and I think for a second you thought your life was over.
I have a
Elian,
question.
yes, yep,
So I spent the mulligan to make it a crit, and
because
he
you
crit,
succeeded.
but I have a sword. Is it because I used a mulligan the sword doesn't beat the axe?
Actually, that's a good point. Normally, that would break an axe if they both critted, or if they tied. I guess is the better word for it. But I
Yeah.
can't remember what great axe does. Let me just check. I gotta see if great axe has like a special property where it avoids that. It does an extra 1d6 damage. I think you break his great axe. So it's like an epic moment where you still feel that pain, you still feel that strike,
Yeah.
that shock damage of 3 still happens to you. But when you turn, you see that he's without his ancestral axe. Reaching for a standard axe at his side to fight with. Actually, if he brought his great axe, he probably doesn't have a regular axe. He probably has his sword. But we'll get to that in a second.
Mm.
All right, so, the next point, we're gonna go to Olwyn first because this guy's trying to tackle you still.
Well, me doby. So are the skirts are they standard skirts or would they be like more of a dress as like one piece?
I don't know.
Owens?
Hmm. Okay. If they're like more skirts, I think her idea would be to try and like wriggle out of it and like run up. If not, she's just gonna like kick and swipe at him.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't we assume it's well, let's do this. Let's roll.
All right.
We'll say it's a skirt type of
All right.
yeah, a separate piece of garb than the
Yeah.
top of the dress.
She'll loose the ribbon and try and wriggle out of it, and hopefully that just like, you know, he's left with just the fabric, and she can just move.
Okay. Just a standard like dex roll to do that quickly enough. I think he's gonna still be trying to like tackle you
Mm-hmm.
or like keep you captive.
That's a success with the 14.
Okay, it's higher than him, so you pull yourself free as he
Mm-hmm.
tries to reach. I will go to Every real quick. I need a battle test. See if you get a sense
Okay.
of your surrounding.
Success. Not great, but a success.
That's all you need. So you look around and you realize that there are many of the you see that like the raiding party one from your vantage point isn't just here. It seems to be sweeping through the town below as well. And you see that some of them are running past you towards the castle, which you're surprised seeing Olwen down there that they're like, they're not coming to face you. They're moving past you.
Yeah. I'm going to do my best to not let them pass me.
Okay, so you're gonna stop, like, rather than going to cut down the guy that faced Olwen, you're gonna stop yourself and start.
Yeah, because she's dropped a skirt and run at
Yep.
this point. So
Yep.
I'm gonna let her run, and I'm gonna start just trying to kill people.
Okay, that's a fair stand. Give me an attack roll when you're ready.
Oof, I'm not rolling well tonight. Yeah.
Roll better than him. So
Nice.
That's better.
It seems he wasn't prepared to defend against you because he's running past.
Die, my dude.
Yeah, 22. Yep, and then just gotta see if he falls down.
Please fall down.
He does not fall down,
Oh.
but he is extremely wounded. Like you probably
He's not gonna be very fast.
I think you take his arm. To be honest.
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
yeah, that'll bleed out soon
Yeah.
enough. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
like
then
it's
just
like
get
hanging.
ready for the next
It's a
one.
little bit connected still,
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of
In
worse.
my skirt.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna just get ready with a sword for the next one that comes that manages to run fast enough to get up here.
Okay, so
I'm still yelling raid, by the way. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
still trying to wake people.
Yeah. You Okay, so we'll continue on. We're gonna go back to Elian and her foe. The Saxon sex wolf. He is now armed with his sword. Which not all carry. That's an interesting note.
That's not a bad success.
Oh. Nasty.
Goodness. Oh, goodness.
Why does he add +5 to his
He's
d20?
impassioned.
He's impassioned.
Oh, I thought that was for the DC. I'm confused.
If it goes over 20, then it starts to turn into the auto.
Ah,
The good news is you succeeded, so you get your full armaments against this. We're gonna see how this goes. That's bad.
Yeesh.
You have 18 defense. You take 19 wounds.
Oof. Oh, Zach redeemed an advantage.
Oh, look at that! You got an advantage. So you may please roll your sword a second. Was that for? Sorry, should we clarify?
I just saw it in the chat. I don't see the timestamp though.
it's not as good as the first one, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, if
Okay.
it's for the yeah.
And yeah, he confirmed it was for this.
Yeah. Okay, and I just want to verify. Elian's base sword is
16.
16, so you're be rolling against. Okay. Okay. That's 19 damage with the 3 you took. Where does it put you?
Hang
It's
on.
definitely a major wound. I know that.
Yeah,
One.
that keeps happening.
Are you still conscious? I guess.
No.
No. Okay. Well, for the crit, let's make sure you tick sword. You need to get that sword. And we shall move to the next point. So we go to Olwyn. What's your intentions at this point?
She's booking it up to like any night she can find to alert anybody that she can. She's just getting the word out. I don't think she's really looking back too much.
Okay. Okay, so you're moving. Okay, so we're gonna roll. Give me a d20. You gotta get over a 5 at this point.
15.
Okay. Olwyn, as you're running up and shouting, you see that the remnants of your guards, which are predominantly knights, but I imagine you have some regular garrison soldiers that were kind of fading in the background. So let's go over who are your knights that are here. So not Dogged, not Brockville, not the 2 that are on screen. Is that the Bowie? Is Bowie
Bowie's
present?
probably here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowie,
Anyone we're missing?
Everett, Cadrigan.
Cadrigan. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that it? Is that all we have?
Yeah.
How did we
Yeah.
go from having 1,000,000,000 knights to none? We had so many.
Just the timing. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we were like, we can't feed all of these people. Now it's like we have 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what though, too? I think didn't we establish that Cadrigan and Beatrice were in the Grove?
We were in the
Yes,
grove.
we did. Yes.
Okay. Let's do
Aw.
a test for Cadrigan and Beatrice. Awareness minus distance, and you can impassion yourself. I'm fine with it.
And I need to try and. Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm trying to navigate sheets.
You're all good. I know what you're doing.
Success. Wow, I'm distracted.
Ooh.
I mean,
I would rather fumble on that, so I'm not gonna front for Beatrice. She can fumble on that. That's okay.
I mean,
Cadogan
she's
just
currently in
critted.
Bone Town.
Okay,
So.
good.
Nice,
See, there's
nice.
somebody compensating.
So Cadogan just crit. That's
Okay.
thanks to the -5 he crit. So he said he looks to Beatrice and he's like, "Did you hear shouting from town?"
I didn't.
It seems really convenient. This is like right, like
Yeah, this is great.
he's like
Great
trying to
timing.
escape.
Yeah.
Oh look, did he hear? Oh, there's a
Yeah.
problem that way.
Oh yeah,
I
because
better go
we're
check it out.
very
Yeah.
much known for not staying in conversations ever.
Uh-huh.
No.
Test your suspicious, because you are.
Do I have a modifier on it?
No, just take it flat. I think.
Okay. Oh, God, why? I was about to say why is it so high, but I know why it's so high. Yeah, I'm
think-
suspicious.
I think this is not a category. I wasn't getting you to roll against him. I think it's more like you're suspicious that something. You're always suspicious as Beatrice that something bad's going on.
Okay.
So.
I have the knife on me. I
Yeah.
always have the knife on me. I pull out the knife.
Paranoid's another word for it, but
Yeah, paranoia.
Yeah.
That seems pretty accurate with what we lived through. Yeah, knife.
okay. Nye. You find yourself amidst a group rallying together to make their way down the hill. Rumor has it that Lady Olwen is under threat from a raid. You arrive in kind of in a blur of motion. Well, actually, we'll kind of stall on that point. Olwen, you run by Nye. Do you want to say anything to him, or just keep moving?
Like, get any able-bodied noise we have. Help me gather them.
He just kind of nods and runs off.
Okay, so you're gonna run in hell. Okay. I will give you this. Give me an awareness test.
So it looks like Trent accidentally spent an advantage. I don't know if he wanted to or.
So he impassioned.
I think I can re-give someone that stuff. I just can't remember how to do it.
Success.
Yeah.
You can hold on to that, Trent. Just let us know when you spend it. Okay, so Nye, you turn to go help, but you see that the giant Saxon is looming over one of the knights, to be Sir Elliot. It doesn't look like he's done. It doesn't look like he's going to be done until Elian is run through. What do you want to do?
I think he wants to try and shoot him.
Yeah. Makes sense.
What is his shield?
His shield is.
Does he have a shield?
Let me just.
Aren't great axes usually two-handed?
Yes. So he probably doesn't. Even though he has one, he probably hasn't bothered to pull his shield off his arm yet. Let's do this. On a 10, he has a shield. Otherwise, he doesn't. Okay. He doesn't have his shield's like off on his shoulder still. He has like the Boromir style shield.
Oh, very good for arrows.
Yeah, right?
Oh shit. One off.
Yeah, that's fair. One off.
This is, how I usually roll.
We'll ask. Oh, there we go. Is that Trent? Is that your use now? Using that now?
Success.
Let's verify. I will allow it. It's thematically appropriate. Okay, you managed to connect with the bow. So go ahead and give me your damage.
I roll well.
9. Okay.
9.
9. Right. That's enough though to get through his armaments because the shield's already negated. Not enough, but you've congratulations. Naya successfully earned the attention of Sex. So that's good.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
I will
He
lose
look-
2 characters
Yeah.
tonight.
He looks at you
Mhm.
and he grunts and he's like breaks the arrow shaft from what's protruding in his arm and then starts.
I think
to
I'm still
move
pretty
away.
far from him, so that's his only.
Yeah, you would have to march your way for sure. Um,
I said.
Do I at least get to tick my bow?
you at least get to what?
Do I at least get to tick my bow skill?
Yeah, we'll allow it. Yep. It's a life or death situation for sure. Beatrice, test energetic for me.
Alrighty. Failure.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you're still tired. This
I'm
is
impassioned, right?
rough. You.
If
did
I
you-
impassioned last round?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Beatrice is beat.
Would that have? Did you forget to add your passion?
I didn't add it.
Yep. So you would otherwise be terribly exhausted, as we've noted from previous sessions. But you feel your feeling to help your town heavily outweighs that, and so you're able to press on.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So if that's the case, give me a D4.
Okay. 1.
You'll be arriving in.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think Olwyn, you're moving up. Do you want to take on the role of Bowie in this moment?
Yes, I'd love to.
Of Olwyn fall to the back into safety in the castle.
Mhm.
Bowie, we do need your not Bowie. Everett, we need your test for this round. You're facing another opponent, right?
I am.
Okay.
Great.
That'll do it.
Oh yes.
Go ahead and
I love Everett.
give me your damage and give me your crit bonus. But there's a crit bonus damage button. You see it down left side.
On the left.
You might see it. Possibly.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna roll it the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
20 plus 14. 34.
Okay, 34 is a big hit.
Let's
He's
kill
gonna
some people.
Kill him.
Okay, so that's enough to automatically drop him into the ground. And
Yeah.
26 damage after armor. Yeah, he's out. He's out cold. You drop your opponent with one swipe. Who would do this? We're gonna have as Bowie comes into the mix, we're going to have Bowie and Everett and Nye if he wants, like doing a battle test. Getting a lay of the land.
He doesn't have any battle.
Yeah. That makes sense.
13 success for Bowie.
How about instead, oh my god, big Saxon trying to who wants to kill me? Like
9 success for Everett.
Nye's got
Owen
that.
also told him to go get people, so he's running.
Nye's got that little kid that just antagonized the big bully enough to have him start moving his way, and now he's in a panic over it. Like, crap. That's bad. For Bowie and Beatrice, or for Bowie and Everett, taking a look at the lay of the lands, there are like it seems like Sex Wolf is taking part of the contingent up the hill. The rest of the contingent is with Sir Gwyn, the other guy, and they seem to be making their way down the hill towards the town.
Well, let's get them, shall we?
What direction do the two of you want to go? You also see, I will note, both of you also see Sex Wolf marching your direction, but his eyes are very much focused on the little bowman that's drawn his attention.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the bigger they are, right? We take him down.
let's go kill
Together.
Sax.
Let's go.
Okay, is this 3 against Sex
We're
Wolf? This time?
Beelining for we're beelining
Mhm.
Sex Wolf
Okay.
because we can see Elian down if we can see
Yeah.
Nye and Sex
Alien's
Wolf.
down
Yeah,
as well. You would know. that
yeah.
as well.
No, we're
We
take
still
down the
have
biggest
more
one
knights,
first.
right? We have Cadigan.
Cadigan's the
not
only
here.
other knight we have. Brockvale's not here. Doggett is not here. We are the only
Cadigan
knight.
hasn't gotten here. Also, I don't think he knows Doggett isn't here because Doggett just left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they're gonna
Secretly.
bank. Yeah, I was gonna say every other knight is assuming that Doggett is still here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Nye is following Olwen's instruction and running to get
Good
the
boy.
knights.
Okay, so you're like, I'm out of here. So you're leaving.
He shot him once, and then he was like, "Okay."
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oops! Oops! Oops!
I
Oops!
love
Oops! Oops! Oops!
It's
just wanna
actually,
clip
let me
it.
test
Like-
it. Let me test. We do a test here. Oh fuck! No, he doesn't.
Oh. Yeah. Bravely
Nye.
stand your ground.
What did I say, you dumb? Fine. Fine.
Do it myself. Okay.
Fine.
So, who has the bigger size and strength out of Bowie and Everett?
Probably me.
Probably right.
Size. I am at 14,
Yeah, I'm a 13.
and then you said strength.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Also a 13.
Okay.
A little bit
I'm
bigger.
gonna
So only
roll.
slightly bigger.
I'm rolling
Slightly.
D10. On a 3 to 10, it's gonna be Everett. On a 1 to 2, it's gonna be Bowie.
I just realized I forgot to switch my name. That was the night rolling.
Okay.
And to be
Happens.
clear, he's not gonna ignore the two of you to get to Nye because Nye's behind. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you're if you both move past him, he probably wouldn't even know you're there. But the moment you square up with him,
He's ready.
which
Yep.
view does he want to kill?
Yep.
That's,
Let's do it.
Okay.
Nye's also a scrawny teenager.
Mm-hmm.
He will pull his shield for this
I was about to. Yep.
one. And he's still impassioned.
Would me impassioning be next round?
You can impact. Didn't you crit with Everett?
I did just crit.
Was that
I
a
was
was that a passion or was that?
That wasn't impassioned. He hasn't impassioned yet.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
can
would wait till
impassion.
next round.
Well, I mean, it's this round. It's about to be an. exchange.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Everett,
Oh,
you
no,
have
that's bad. That's really
Can I mulligan
bad.
that? I don't want to use Everett's mulligan now.
You only get one for the whole for yourself as a player.
Everett's gonna use my mulligan.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Good
That's
thing to use it.
upsetting.
Otherwise, you would.
Upset because like I can't have him run to it. We have 3 functional knights at the moment. And we just started the year. Oh, Beatrice is gonna have to be really safe for like a whole year.
I mean,
Good luck
if
with
she gets pregnant,
Yeah, exactly.
that.
This would be the first time I had had one of my characters in melancholy. I was like, I'm gonna do the Saxon one because it's so high. Bad choices.
When you're both ready, or all 3 of you actually can give me your respective attack rolls.
what is his
Ellie,
shield?
his shield is 5. Actually, it's 4 because it's the Saxon shields aren't necessarily a 6, like a full 6.
Ooh, not good.
Ooh. Damn it, 9.
The arrow goes.
At least
did
it's not a fumble. You would have just shot one of us.
All right. Bowie's also gonna attempt a passion.
Okay.
And it fails, but it's fine because it's just 7.
Why do
Oh,
I
I
hate
forgot I was in
Saxons so much
passion.
more than you?
I don't
There
know.
was passion, but it was still a fail.
No, okay.
And success on the sword.
We both had it got a 9.
Okay, I will warn you that the focus is at every. Bowie has a
Yep.
small chance of a crit, otherwise he's not.
Let's go for it.
Higher than
Me.
Ellie.
Let's go.
Lower than Bowie. So, Bowie, you are the one with the successful strike this round. You can give me your damage roll. And then I will.
11.
I don't know how to know what my armor is.
So the good news is that's gonna get through a little bit of damage. Every you did still succeed, so it doesn't mean this is gonna completely drop you, but I will warn you it's
But it's
gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, that's
How
not
do I
bad.
know?
That is not bad. That is the lowest roll I could probably roll on 66. So, not quite, but it's pretty bad. So he it glances off your shield. Yep.
I'm so sorry. I have a really dumb operational question. I don't play battle enough. How do I know what my armor is?
Your armor is 10 by default, and then plus 6 for the shield, so 16 total.
16. Okay, cool.
So that damage bounces right off your shield. Yeah.
Thank you.
He didn't crit. That's what it comes down to. Those crits were
Yeah.
coming in like they were saved for Elian. Elian apparently is a magnet.
It's
for
a
my-
wonderful luck.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you've had to face some of the hardest characters. This is a problem with being the
You
knight
do.
role. We really need to get
Yeah.
you to the point where you are beefy in combat, because usually when you're in those scenarios, you're by yourself. It's you versus
Yeah.
the best knight, the best Saxon, whatever it is. Okay, 11 damage will go through, but not much. Otherwise, it's kind of a bit of a misexchange. I think it's gonna go to the next round. We're gonna have this next round play out. Then we're gonna have Cadogan and Beatrice arrive,
Mhm.
and we're gonna zoom in on Olwen real quick. So first thing first, Bowie, Everett, Nye. Any change, or do you just want to do the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Only just kind of moving more in the direction of Ray being like,
This
"Hello,
isn't passion.
keep your
Sorry, keep going.
shield up. Remember what you taught me?" And then go for it.
This isn't a passion. I'm just doing it to see if he listens to Olwen. No.
You-
That's good.
Everett was doing so good. He was doing so good. And now all of a sudden I decided to square up to a big enemy and he sucked.
Oh, he You didn't miss
I'm still
yet, did-
succeeding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck! I also failed out of 19. Why are we so simpatico?
We're so bad. We squared up to one person.
I mean, he's nasty, but yeah, bad rolls. Bad rolls, my friends.
No, the dice hate us. What did we do to make the dice gods angry?
Okay. So
This is bad.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna
Like
hurt bad.
16.
so so everyone failed to hit other than at least Everett got his full shield to try and stop this.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's bad.
That one
Oh, no.
hurts.
So
That's minus 16. That's 11 for me. Okay.
Yeah. 11 damage. And what's your size?
14.
Okay, 14 times 2 is 28. So you get to make a dex roll. The good news is you didn't get knocked on your ass automatically, which would have happened at 28.
I'm not knocked on my ass.
You
I'm
reel
still
backwards
standing.
from the sheer strike, and you look down and you can kind of see the blood staining your chainmail.
Yep.
This strike was just that sound. Okay. We are now introducing Beatrice and Cadogan.
Does Cadogan have the thing on his arm?
Yeah, I think you would.
Okay.
What does Beatrice do? I don't want the NPC make decisions.
She really shouldn't be casting anything. That's a bad idea. But I think she's gonna book it to Elian. Like, if she's able to see Elian from where they are. I don't know where we're coming out of the grove. Are we somewhere like thick of battle, or are we closer to the town?
You would probably be coming out from the side.
Thanks
So
for-
yeah, I think you could. Hey, Havoc RPG. Thanks for the raid.
Hey,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
we're in the middle of a battle.
Indeed.
They were running toward Olwen's screaming, though, weren't they?
I
I think
don't.
It's
Cadogan
a
heard.
general thing.
Yeah.
I think in this case, I think it's fair to say that you could reach Elian. If you want.
I want to reach Elian. What is my healing at? I'm gonna try and first aid it before I start going crazy and casting things.
Okay, so that's good.
Or would this be surgery at this point?
Well, you can't do surgery quickly. You
No.
could do welcome in
I
everyone.
only need 3 points to not be unconscious.
It doesn't leave you in like a good spot. You would need
No.
like magical healing to be
Okay.
able to return to the front lines.
I don't want to do big kid healing, but I will do big kid healing because this feels like a big kid healing situation.
Okay, so you're is that your plan? Is you're gonna kind of
Mm-hmm. I'll cast you.
Okay, so before you do, I will warn that this is a little bit more of a ritual, but still could be very vital to return Elian back to a position of help. It might take more than one round to go off.
That's okay.
Okay. All right.
You're just hoping that Beatrice isn't the girl they're looking for.
Yeah, you know,
She
I have a
doesn't know
pretty
that,
good
though.
idea of who, but let's try this. I'm still impassioned, right?
Yeah, I like
She
Zach's,
successfully did.
Zach's reference here. He says you should cast Dispel on the damage.
I wish I could cast a spell on the damage. I want to.
Okay, all right. Roll 1d4. See how many rounds it's going to take. 2 rounds. So it'll take this round and next round. And then it will apply. All right. And give me a first aid roll. This is kind of incorporated as well.
No.
Okay.
Still success.
Yeah, that'll add a little bonus damage or bonus recovery to this. This, of course, on the fly sort of spell work is not necessarily great for Beatrice. So I'm gonna get you to test something, but we'll wait till the end of combat
Yep.
or end of this. Sorry,
This
till
round.
the spell goes off. When the spell
Okay.
goes off, then we'll be looking into something. We'll look into
Looking
how
into
paying the
something.
cost feels for Beatrice. Olwen, you are making your way. You've made your way all the way to the manor.
Yeah.
A lot of your people are in panic. Some of the obviously not the two wicked sisters, not Petra and Kat. They're not helping you at all. But all the other servants are trying to usher you into safety. What would you like to do? Doesn't necessarily mean you have to.
She's not gonna like try to get to safety. She's gonna just say like, yeah, we need to get ready. We need to shore up any fortifications we can. Get other people to safety. Find anyone else who's on the streets. Make sure everyone else is safe.
Give me a distaff roll. And if were impassioned before with Olwen, you can add the bonus.
I was not. That's Bowie. That's why he doesn't have it.
Yeah, sorry, you guys are sheet swapping, but this is literally the skeleton crew of
it's
your
okay.
manor right here. So
Yeah. Success 15 of
perfect.
17.
Okay. Everyone is responding well to your leadership at this moment.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and write the word siege, and then put a ticket in. And set it to 0 in your skills, in your battles,
Ooh.
your weapon skills, or whatever.
Yes. All right.
One of the best things you could do is ring the alarm bell, so to speak. Usher someone to do that. Do you want someone to get there and do that? Or do you want to do it yourself?
I'll
That
do
would
it
just-
myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Like trying to find someone else to do it would be too much, and I'm just on the way. Better to keep everyone on the ground. I know where it is. I can find it.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an energetic test. It'll be 1 round if you succeed. Otherwise, it will be 1d3 rounds.
Failed.
1d3.
Roll 1. 2 rounds.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Just lots of stairs to get to the top there.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not the most active.
You forgot to practice your raid cardio. Okay, so we are back to Olwen, Beatrice. Hey, welcome in, Dark Horse. Good to see you.
Square.
Thanks for joining.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so we are back to Everett, to Bowie, and to Nye versus Sexwolf, our favorite Saxon.
Our favorite one. It's
About
great.
to be less of a favorite Saxon. Was our favorite
Have
Saxon.
to be a dead Saxon if I have anything to do with it.
Can I argue impassioning honor?
Did you aren't you? You spent it already, didn't you?
They
I tried
Interested,
Saxons and I
hooray.
failed, but when
When you
the-
mulligan, you turn that to success. So you are technically
Oh,
impassioned.
I'm impassioned. Okay, I thought that just made it a flat. Okay, never mind.
It turns a
I thought it just
fumble into a
negated
failure,
life.
but it turns a failure into a success.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't adding that to anything. I'm doing great.
It's okay. Now you are, and your numbers
Now I
are so
am.
drastic. I think you were failing by quite a bit. So I don't think it
I
would.
no, I was failing by enough that it wouldn't have made a difference. Me
Okay.
adding that number meant nothing.
Another
All right.
round against Sex Wolf. We've got the Bowman, Nye, and then we've got Everett and Bowie facing off. He's gonna keep the same exchange, I think. He just wants to eliminate one of you and continue on. That's his goal.
Oh, come on, Everett.
And I,
Sorry.
when you're ready,
He can do so much better than this.
He usually does.
He does. That's with a +5.
are you rolling 2, Nicole, for Nye?
And that's minus. Or. Well, I'm on the wrong sheet. That would help. I was like, this doesn't look right.
You both get a
Better.
positive exchange with him this time. So there you go.
Oh yes.
We can roll damage.
Yes, you both can roll.
Please.
Success.
You too can roll damage.
Cool.
We're doing great.
Oh, I actually rolled well on my damage.
Nice.
Relatively.
Oh no.
We're doing-
Okay, so the good news is
Oh,
Bowie still
no.
managed to just scrape out 1 damage because he doesn't have a shield. Every
He doesn't have a shield anymore?
He does, but he failed to hit Bowie at all, so he doesn't get to apply a shield. If he rolls a 14 versus a 3, he just doesn't get to use his shield. It's the one thing, like, even when you get a partial success against someone that gets a full success, there's an advantage to it. That is, you die less easy. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I was just trying to figure out if that still applied to the bow. I'm just going to leave it because it would have been the same.
Yeah, it's the same. So 13 minus 8 plus 18. Actually, no. Okay, so not a lot. Like you guys, you see a arrow fire into him. You both manage to gash, cleave into him. You see openings in him, but he stands strong. Today he looks different than the first time he came through. He looks driven. Olwen, give me a sight. Actually, Olwen's not here, right? Never mind. No one
Wow.
gets this.
Wow.
Okay. I think we're at another round now. Same exchange setup.
Go.
And this will be the round that your spell goes off with Beatrice. But we'll get to that after this exchange with every Bowie. Nye.
Everett, I swear to God. He was doing so. Like, he's been in other fights and done great. Oh, it's not Everett's day.
Success.
It's a better day for Bowie.
I mean,
Versus Sex Wolf. There we go.
Yeah. That's the fun part.
And Nye, take another attack from me.
Say success.
Okay. Scores
He's lower than me.
lower than you all, so you all are successful. That's it.
Now I'm rolling well for damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Okay.
being so consistent.
Oh, I got 3 6s. That's what happened.
Yeah, why is Bowie being the consistent one? That feels
I
weird.
don't know. Something's weird. Some strange.
Something's off in the
magic.
universe.
Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. Nye's arrow sinks in pretty hard, and it would have been enough to stagger him and make him fall over, but he critted his dex. So the big man kind of drops to one knee and stands back up. Both like everyone's kind of working him over. He takes 22 damage. He is still standing strong.
Hmm.
He's a
I
big
hate
man.
it. Why?
So at this point, the spell goes off. I need Beatrice to give me a energetic test.
Can I add my impassion to that?
You can, but there is a -5. So it
Oh, okay, so
kind
it
of
makes it
cancels
flat.
out. Yeah.
Success.
Okay.
Not a good one.
You
So
stop from fainting. And
okay, yeah, that's good.
you also stop from immediately aging.
Oh, great.
Oh.
That's fun.
You feel like the energy within you, because this wasn't prepared,
Oh, yeah, no,
sorcerer
it
spell.
hurts.
You can feel it's almost like your own life force goes into this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Elian, I want you to roll 4d6 and then 1d3. Damn. 1d3 is
I have to type that one in.
okay. 10 health has been returned.
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
You will avoid a major wound as a result. What does that leave you at for total damage?
14.
That's not bad. Your wounds have moved to the point where they're no longer bleeding, and they look almost like they're healing wounds, like something that would have maybe taken him a month or two to progress. That's about how far they are. You feel better, tired but better, and you were still impassioned with whatever you were impassioned with prior.
I think it was Loyalty Lord.
Okay.
Elian does have sight. He's probably not going to succeed. Oh. I crit.
Oh wow.
I don't get a ticket because he said I only get 4.
Yeah, you kind of correct. You're like, this is a limited thing that you have access to. You
She's
look
new to it. This is probably the
yeah,
first time it's worked.
yeah. You look at Sex Wolf and you realize that he is in fact imbued with something.
And Beatrice is right next to me.
Yes. She looks like she's doing everything she can not to stumble, like fall over. Also, you notice that Cadrigan's there standing guard over Beatrice, who is performing the ritual on you.
Elian will stand because she can do that now, I think.
Yeah, you can stand. Yep, you can stand on your own
Okay.
accord.
Um,
You see some of the knights, in fact, 2 of them, facing off against Sex Wolf, who still stands strong.
well, there's Avery and Bowie. She knows them. She's really in no shape to help them.
Yeah, that's fair.
But she's going to turn to Beatrice and say there's something glowy about him now.
I need you to make a Valorous versus a...
Others failed.
Ooh, okay. I think that's all I'm going to get you to test. I think for the first time, you are afraid to, like, die in this moment. And
Yeah, she's feeling older. She's had a rough year.
It's not a fumble, so I'm not going to make you tick.
Cowardly.
I think that if you're not going to assist, if Elian is not going to assist the knights, then it would be, unless there's a good reason why she wouldn't, I think that it would probably be inactive. I don't think your brain's gonna let you think that it's anything other than cowardice. Like, it's like one of those things. It's like you're not stepping up to your occasion. Here's a knight that dropped you, and you have a second chance. And...
I think she wants to know about this weird thing about him. Beatrice is the one to ask.
Okay. Will that
Because
Beatrice
it feels
test
magic
that?
to her.
Will that Beatrice test that next, like the next
Okay.
one?
She's
she wants
struggling a little bit this round.
Yeah. She's just telling her, she's like, you're the witchy person. If there's something magic about this.
I think Beatrice is dealing with that, like, I'm about to pass out nauseous feeling, where like you feel like you're gonna throw up. Like, I think it's that
Elliot
kind
will
of
help
like
her.
staring at the ground.
You hear someone
Elliot will help
talking to
steady
you.
her.
You just don't know what she's saying right now.
Yeah, I can hear someone talking. It just sounds like the parents from Charlie Brown.
It's Charlie Brown. Wow, 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 wow.
All right.
Okay.
Are we fighting Sex Wolf again?
Ian is second. We're gonna cut to Olwen, who's reached the bell.
Ah,
What do you want to ring it as hard as you can?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay.
ding,
All
ding,
right.
ding, 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 ding.
Yep. Okay. And then we're gonna cut back to you in a second. You can make an awareness roll because you are kind of standing in a tower of the manor where you can see pretty good across the landscape. And it's not nighttime. Like, this is an afternoon thing.
Yeah. Fair failure.
Okay. Even with a failure, you kind of get a sense of this raid is not specific to a manor. It's the a raid across the village. I mean, it's not mind blowing, but
Yeah.
you can hear trouble below.
I think she's gonna do her best to figure out where it's coming from, and then that's the direction that she's gonna go.
So I'm not showing anything on screen. I'll try to continue. So we got folks that aren't regulars in here. Let's make sure we show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're back to the fight against Sex Wolf.
All right.
Evray, Nye, and Bowie. When you're ready, give me your attack.
We would help
I got one
Every
better than
team.
last time.
Hell yes.
There's an improvement.
That's
Buddy.
Yes.
Oh no, that's good.
All successes, and the only one that needs to roll high really is Evray because it's contested. But,
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, Bowie could eat a crit, but it's.
How dare you?
I won't jinx it. I won't jinx it. Do it.
Too late.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
You will get hit. The
Yep.
good news is your two allies are hitting you as well. So we'll get Bowie's damage, and then I'll give you his damage.
Percy has opinions.
Hey.
That's not ironically Percy.
That's my cat.
What was that? Oh,
Yeah.
Percy is peacefully sleeping.
You take 6 damage.
I take 6 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could have hurt more than it did.
More importantly, Bowie and Nye both got pretty good hits.
I want to imagine that the arrows are stuck in him. because that was funny to me.
This time you tear into him. You work as a team, and you can see that he's bleeding so much that most men would have fallen by now. He is not. He is he has in him a rage you've never seen in a man's eyes. And I'm gonna get everyone to do a valorous.
I crit on that last time I rolled it.
Okay, yeah, then we won't make you read.
Okay.
Fail. Success.
No, you succeeded. I failed.
All right. Bowie, you are shaken at that moment. You find yourself stepping backwards. Unfortunately, leaving Everett in a worse situation. We are going to move away from that real quick. We're going to go back to Olwen. Or no, we're going to go back to Beatrice. Sorry, Beatrice and Hellion. Hellion, she did, you could tell Beatrice was not with it enough. Do you want to try and alert her to what you're seeing? Again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say sight roll it.
Yep.
I'm guessing here. Success. It's Beatrice. It says that, right? It's not.
Yep. Understood. Okay. So with that, Beatrice, you see that he's imbued. You don't know the source simply from sight, but it seems to be like an aura around him.
Would I guess spell or like he's done something else?
You would guess spell. This would be like when you might bless someone. You would suspect, because the Saxon Wadanic faith is not terribly far from the way, I guess, the British pagans would worship their deities. It would
He's
almost
got
be like blessed by.
So I can try and fix it, but I don't know how well I would end up at the end of that.
Well, I will tell you one thing. I need a.
That was in character.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. What do you say to Elian in that moment?
She says, like, I essentially, I can fix it. I can try to fix it, but if I do, I don't know how I end up at the end of that. Based on how that last spell felt for her.
Yeah. Elian looks at the cat again and goes, I can take her back to the manor. Actually, I think she probably needs to go now. Out of battle.
Okay. Before, like, as you're saying that, I need Elian and Beatrice to make an awareness test minus.
I am still impassioned.
Oh my, that
Success. I'm rolling from Elian.
failure. It's not surprising.
Yeah. So, Elian, you hear, just for a second, you hear screaming from the village. It sounds like a scream, like someone's raised their voice as high as they can. Definitely like a girl's voice, and it's yelling Beatrice multiple times before it stops.
Do I recognize the voice?
I don't know if that even like, who would you assume it is? Because you can probably make this.
Morgan. Morgan or Nimue, but I don't think Nimue is staying in the village.
Yeah, well, give me a recognized test. Let's see.
I would say those are the two options.
Yeah.
Let me switch it.
Nimue is a guest at your manor right now.
Mm-hmm.
The shoot, yeah.
It's Morgan.
Yeah.
What do? You look around. It looks like Cadrigan's sort of getting ready to help Nye, Bowie, and Evray, because he doesn't hear this. Beatrice doesn't hear it. What is Elian with that knowledge? You factor you're the only person.
She looks back at Beatrice and says, if you can do anything about this crazed Saxon and you want to, then do it. I'm going to go find your disciple.
Okay. And Beatrice is gonna push herself to her feet. She's going to give the battle some distance, but not go where she can't see it.
Okay.
Elian is running in the direction of the scream.
Okay. We will we'll go to Owen.
Owen.
Owen, you finish ringing the bell and you start your way down the stairs again. You almost collide with someone as you're coming back down quickly.
Ugh.
You see Minotos. He's dressed in. The armor doesn't fit his beer belly. Like, it's bad.
Oh, honey.
He's like tugging it back on, and he's trying to make it fit parts that it's just not fitting anymore. He looks at you. Good, you're all right.
Ellie?
What? How goes the battle?
Not well. Well enough. Could use an escort.
Of course. Where to?
Wherever they're raiding. We need to fight them off. If they get in the village.
Of course. Might I advise that we don't go into the thick of things?
Of course. We'll just be there to pick them off and save who we can.
I feel
As
like
much as
he
we
would
can.
make a skirt around it comment. Just because you're lacking a skirt right now, too, as Olwen.
Not like, oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
Yeah.
And Olwen forgot that she doesn't have the skirt.
Yeah.
Probably she's got like the little bloomers
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just seems
Not
like
like
Minotos,
butt out.
honestly.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Olwen didn't get it either. He's like, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds good.
It's like, oh, I fell flat on the joke, too.
Oh
Okay. Okay, so next, we're going back to Evray, Bowie, and Nye. Oh, Nye still doesn't have an image.
Nope.
That's weird. We'll fix that.
Nye's stealth skills off the charts. You just can't see him.
Yeah, you can't see.
no.
Keep switching him.
So
Switch
small
back
and imposing.
bottom.
And imposing.
But he succeeded.
Evray! Thank you.
Fully succeed.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, he got Evray
Ah.
again. And he
This is gonna be
succeeded,
dicey.
so he's gonna defend against Bowie. We'll take damage from Nye and Bowie.
I rolled a 16 for damage.
This is not our battle, my dudes.
Ooh, I got a 17.
2 more damage to Evray.
1 second, I have to check something. I am still up, but looking rough,
Okay.
like bad.
All right. So another arrow. There's now what, like 4 sticking out of him. This really did turn into Boromir, evil Boromir.
Yep.
He takes another arrow, and then Bowie, you manage to cut into him as he takes one more fierce strike on Everett. You watch his eyes sort of, the anger in his eyes sort of fade, and he pitches forward.
Dead or
He is
lurching, like.
Nope, he is fallen face first onto the ground. Whether or not he's dead, that's a totally different question. But he is on the ground face
I
first.
would like to raise that you could make him dead.
Yeah. Oh,
We
Bowie's
could
gonna
make
make him
him
dead
dead.
for sure.
Just an option.
Just roughly slit the throat. The Bowie special.
Okay. With Sex Wolf fallen, we are gonna move to Elian here for a minute. So Elian, you make your way down into the town. You make your way towards Lilo's place, and as you reach the apothecary, you can hear and see conflict, like right at the door. You see the man that's hauling her off is the former guest of your hall, one who you experienced
Gwyn.
prior. It is Gwyn, indeed. He seems to be kind of almost like pulling her by her hair. Now, there's an interesting thing as he's doing that. You notice that you see smoke coming from the apothecary, and you see charred Saxons on the ground. And Gwyn himself looks wounded. But
Your disciple is awesome, by the way, Beatrice.
You also see the body of Lilo. He lays dead.
No.
Face up. What do you want to do with this moment, as Elian?
Go for Gwyn. Beginning with getting him off Morgan.
Okay. So he will not have his shield because he's currently using his shield arm to pull Morgan along with him. She looks tired, but she's like fighting with everything she has to get away. When you're ready, you can give me your sword.
It was a 7.
Okay. So I think in this point, because he doesn't have a shield and he's trying to get away,
give him all those negative modifiers, please.
Nope, he's not. It's actually the opposite. He's defending. He's in full defense mode. So he's adding a +10 to his skill. Which is a lot, but he cannot do damage to you.
Okay.
If he succeeds, he parries you, basically. Keeps you at bay. And that's what he's trying to do right now. So you come in for the first strike, and he's pulling her along, and he strikes back, but he's keeping himself in a defensive sideways stance, kind of keeping you at bay. What do you want to do here, Elian? Want to keep coming at him?
Should I do the cinematic thing and cut her hair?
You could. You absolutely could.
She's gonna be pissed at me later. But it's
fair.
better, than kidnapped.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see how awful this haircut is. Why don't you give me a story?
Eh.
It's gonna be awful. I'm hoping it's not anywhere close to her scalp. She's fighting him, so I assume it's not.
Yeah, what I will do, I'm going to offer you a -1. Actually, no, it should be a -2. Because he's like dragging her. It's like in motion. It's not like he's just standing there like this. You know what I mean? There's a threat here that you could stab Morgan, but I think it's very unlikely. Okay, perfect.
Success.
Okay. We won't see how much damage you do to the hair.
Eh.
Um,
Blunt ends.
yeah. A success,
It'll
but
grow
not a
back.
crit, means yeah, it's shorter than she probably would like it to be, but she's free, and she kind of falls to the ground. He staggers forward, and you're left facing him now. He doesn't have time to get his shield. He's just gonna lunge at you with his sword. What do you want to do?
I want to parry.
Parry, or do you want to strike?
Yeah, I want to go full defense.
Okay.
Because I'm essentially standing over Morgan.
All right. When you're ready.
And that's +10, you said?
+10. Okay.
I crit.
Yep.
Nice.
So basically, you deflect his blade. He's going to respond by calling to the Saxons around him. 3 start to come from a fair vantage point. Like, you've got some time. What do you want to do with the time you have?
Stabby stab.
Okay. This time you're going for a regular attack against him?
Yeah.
Okay. He will move to do the same. You get higher than him. Give me your damage roll. Okay. And he doesn't have his shield equipped. Okay, I'm going to see just how much damage he took from the previous mentioned weird charboiled version of his armor.
Hey,
So,
hey, hey.
Okay. And then I just gotta check one thing. Go to aberration. Probably accurate. Okay. You cut into him again. He grunts, and he doesn't look like he's done. He looks like he's still with it, but he's hurt. He's definitely close. What do you want to do in this moment?
Looking around, does it look like Morgan could get away? Or
She's
should I
free. Yeah, you could. The question is, where would you send her, or you just let her roam? Like, she will find her own way into safety.
Manor? Yeah.
Do you want to urge her a particular direction? No.
I want to get her to the manor. I'm just concerned about her getting there without, because they're targeting her specifically.
So, what do you do in this moment?
The other 3 are responding. I'm going to tell her to stay, by me, and I'm going to try and get her to the manor.
Okay, so you're gonna.
That is relatively fortified.
How do you try to get her to the manor? What does that look like?
It looks like me mostly shielding her as we move back slowly.
Okay.
Probably slowly, so I make sure I'm shielding her. Like, not a full run.
Okay. So basically, for Elian, with when this many opponents facing you, you kind of realize that you're in an overwhelmed situation, and it looks like things are gonna go poorly.
Hmm?
But in the last moment, you hear the sound of many hoofs falling upon the ground. And before you know it, you look up and you see the cavalry has arrived.
Being
Men under the banner of what looks like King Uther's coat of arms.
Oh no.
it's not all that reassuring, to be honest.
No, probably not.
No. She's just gonna continue shielding Morgan.
Okay. They will dispatch
Hopefully she's
the Saxons.
hoping she's looking rugged enough that they won't recognize her.
They don't seem concerned with you at all. They just start to kill the Saxon raiders, and you see well, let's see. There's a small chance he survives. Let's give him a 10. See if he
Quinn?
Yeah. Nope. So Gwyn falls as well. He's run through.
Yeah.
Good. I'm
Right.
taking Morgan to the manor.
Okay.
Post haste.
Okay. You hear like a trumpet sound. I think we're gonna cut back to Beatrice and Olwen. You just, cinematically, you've just caught up to Beatrice on the battlefield. She looks exhausted. Cadogan is guarding her. You see Saxons, fighting all around you. And you hear a horn blow from down in the village proper. You see what looks like cavalry.
I think she's initially extremely startled and just similarly just overwhelmed. Like, no, not now, not now, not more of them.
All right. We can
I
move.
think we're just all assuming this is bad.
Yeah.
Nothing's going good right now.
No reason to assume that they're here to help.
Yeah.
It's Salisbury, or sorry, not necessarily Salisbury. It's Uther's Knights.
Do you now? Let me ask you: Are you all then going to retreat to the manor, fortified manor? Is that it, or would you meet this would-be cavalry out where you're? Like, it sounds like you're suspicious. So would you really leave yourself vulnerable and stay not behind walls, or would you get behind walls as soon as you could?
I think the priority right now is like getting Beatrice to safety. She looks exhausted, so making sure that she's taken care of.
And Elian was getting Morgan to safety, so safe to assume everyone. I think we'll move forward in the scene then. I think the next scene is you all are in the manor, and you can hear the knights dismount out front of the gate. We'll go in character with that. So we've got, say in this scene, it's Cadogan, Beatrice, Olwen, Elian, and Morgan.
Minodos?
And Minodos.
Elian and Beatrice are not looking great.
No, Every looks terrible also, by the way. I have Morgan pulled to my side.
We want Morgan to be in front of the Salisbury Knights.
I don't know what they are yet. Beatrice hasn't seen them.
Oh, Elian would tell you. They have Uther's banner.
Beatrice will turn to Morgan. Go into my rooms that are by Olwen's. I need you to go in there. Hide well. Don't come out until I come and get you, okay?
She looks at you and nods. All
He
right.
has a very terrible haircut, by the way.
Yeah, she's missing.
She's purposely not mentioning it.
Yeah, I'm sure we've
Yep,
got bigger things to
purposely
deal
not.
with.
You hear a rap at the door.
We're good now. Go.
She nods and runs off.
Owen will watch her, trail down the hallway, and then once she's properly out of view, go up to the door and. Yeah, that's right.
Are you gonna open or are you gonna speak through the door?
Yeah, probably speak through it. Declare yourself.
We are knights here on behalf of the Queen, the Dowager Queen. We are here to speak to the Lord of this manor.
That would be I.
You hear some whispering.
And then I guess she'll,
Yeah.
open
We've
it.
aided the raid against your people. We're not here to bring harm to you.
Well, I'm probably hesitant, but stand back. She'll open the doors.
You see a dozen or so knights, a convoy basically, is what they would call it, with support from men-at-arms that all stand here. They have the banner of Uther Pendragon, and there is a knight that stands in front of them. He stands, he's a pretty modest height, not anything particularly stand out one way or the other. He has sad eyes, and he kind of steps forward. He bows. Milady.
Lady Olwyn of Arrowcrest Manor. Who am I speaking to?
Sir Cadfael, Edmiston Manor, Salisbury. You notice as he kind of presents himself forward too, he's missing his sword hand. I think Elian, you're quick to pick that up.
She's not going to comment. She's just taking note.
Cadfael, was it?
Indeed.
Right.
We came here under the request of Lady Igraine. She says it's time that Lady Morgan return to her at the Abbey.
Lady Morgan is her own person.
He looks at you and he says, "That's not really how this works. She has duties. We all do."
If he wishes to. He's not a prisoner.
I would assume not, he says with a sort of confused
All
look.
I'm and Owen's kind of is trying so hard to have this calm demeanor of like in charge, and I think that breaks her for a little bit. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, if I'm outwardly refusing you, it might look bad, but I'm not. So, but I mean, Anyway, you're free to ask her.
I
He
think
looks.
Beatrice. Sorry,
No, go ahead. He's kind of looking around as Beatrice speaks up.
Beatrice butts in her normal way. What exactly is the duty Igraine is calling her back for?
Um, she looks to you, or sorry, he looks to you, and he's like, "Those are royal matters."
I think regardless, we have a right to know why.
You've been caring for her for years. She enjoys it here.
Also, not to mention, there are a lot of kings right now, and a lot of queens. Royal matters are becoming less rare or infrequent. They've kind of become everybody's business.
This is true. Lady Morgan is to fulfill her promise. Her hand has been promised to a king of the north.
Owen Stefan said that.
Out of character. So much for little Avalon.
Almost marriage.
Next year.
I think Beatrice leaves the room.
Yeah.
She has the information she needs. I think she leaves.
And with that too, I think he speaks up as he looks at Olwen and he says, "The lady in white has been keeping Lady Igraine in praise to Morgan's presence here. That's why she has not sent search parties. She's aware that she is being looked after. For what it's worth, the Lady Igraine sends her thanks."
Of course. She was a child in need. I'm not going to turn her away.
Is the lady in white Nineveh? Or is it Vivian?
Nineveh.
Sorry, are you asking in or out of character?
Oh, out of character. I feel like Elliot would know that.
Yeah, Elian does not know that.
She's still not going to ask in front of him.
So of course, we would never have turned away a child in need, and I understand duties. I really do. I know that she's not our child. We've grown quite attached to her. There's no getting out of it, is there?
We are not due to return her to her mother until the autumn.
No.
If you would allow us your hospitality, we would stay in her defense until that time.
We'd allow that. Thank you.
Gonna quickly zoom in and ask, what did Beatrice do?
Beatrice
I
went
want.
straight to Morgan.
Okay.
She made sure she wasn't being followed, but yeah, 100% going to her room where Morgan would be.
You find Morgan. Pretty easy to find. She's kind of sitting on the bed awkwardly, and then when you get there, she stands up right away, and she's like, who are they, and what do they want?
Okay, I'd like to start this with I told you to hide and you're sitting in the middle of my bed. Your mother sent them? Apparently your marriage was decided.
It has been for some time.
If you don't want to, I don't do the politics side of this or any of the courtly anything. If you don't want to do this, I will do my best to get you out of here without them knowing.
There's a look out the window for sure at that. And then she sighs and she says, and then what? Always be on the run? It won't stop looking for me.
It's your life in the end. You're old enough to know what you want.
She looks at you and she says, I wish it were that easy. I don't think
People
I'll
always-
ever stop.
Sorry.
I don't think I'll ever Before I go, I have a request.
All right.
She says, would you see to my initiation?
Yeah, I will.
And you see her
She's-
kind of tear up, and she's like, it's gonna have to be you. And I think when you hear that, that would be the right of Lilo, right?
Yeah.
So this
It
is
has
her
to
way
be
of
me.
going.
Okay. She's going to grab either side of Morgan's face. Listen to me. You're far better than I was at your age. And you'll be smarter than me. You have all the power of one of us, along with being part of the court. So you'll be able to accomplish a lot. Just don't turn into exactly what they want you to be.
She smiles.
You're gonna have to burn things down sometimes. You're gonna get angry. You're gonna want to throw things.
If I have my way, I'll undo everything that Uther Pendragon did to this realm.
I look forward to seeing it. If I get to.
She smiles.
First, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's also fix whatever's happening to your hair right now.
I think if Beatrice will allow it, because I don't think Morgan's the hug type either.
Mm-hmm.
Like on pain of death.
Yeah.
But I think she would go in for a hug at that point.
Oh yeah, hug her
You
very
were
tight.
like, yeah, you were like her older sister for the last couple of years.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll sit and cut and even out her hair.
Okay.
If she tells you how that happens, it's gonna be
Oh, Beatrice is also going to be furious with Elian because that was risky as hell. But yeah, going to have one last sisterly moment and sit and even out her hair. Beatrice didn't stay long enough to figure out how long we had.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I do want to continue a little bit, but let's take a very short, like 2 or 3 minute break, and then we'll come back to the table here, and we're gonna move forward. We're gonna actually do that initiation tonight.
Oh,
Ooh,
yay.
yeah.
Yeah. But I want to make sure that we get a chance to look in on everybody. So we'll talk about that in a minute, and I'll be back soon.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, we're back and we're ready for more. Let's go ahead and move things forward a little bit. Let's start by getting all three of you to roll 2d100.
55 and 74.
63 and 50.
What?
Not sure how that happened.
Yep. I think I just rolled. I put a space in there, and so I rolled a 2.
Only 2 for
You-
Rebecca.
There you go.
Only
76 and 63.
Okay, I'm just writing some stuff down. Ignore these. It'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, and one last one. What was yours, Rebecca?
76 and 63.
Ignore these for now.
Excuse me?
I said just ignore these for now. It'll be
Uh-huh.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
totally ignoring it, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm doing the opposite right now.
Okay, so let's choose a locale for this to take. Actually, before we do that, Nimue, not Nimue, Nineveh arrives, and she asks specifically to speak to Beatrice.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Mm-hmm.
Would people have told me that Nineveh was the one that told Igraine?
Try to have Olwen not gossip
Cool.
about
I
Nineveh.
just wanted to confirm the level of gossip that happened immediately upon getting out of that conversation. Okay.
Beatrice gets all of it, like with like a 5-minute rant on how much Olwen is just like.
Yep.
You're the patriarchy.
All right. Cool. Yeah. No, I'll speak to Nineveh.
Okay. She, she's not very good with the courtesy stuff.
No.
Anyways, actually, just for fun, let's get her test and see how bad. Let's show how bad she is at courtesy.
Yes.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad for. Overall, it's not great. She chooses not to use it most of the time. Okay, she'll approach this nicer than normal. She says, "I've come with a proposal."
Oh.
My understanding is that you're to initiate the young Morgan this year.
A little earlier than I had anticipated. But turns out her mother and the entirety of Uther's forces knew exactly where she was.
Yes, funny that.
Yeah, and they told me exactly who told them. They're not very good at keeping their mouths shut.
She says, Igraine is my friend. I couldn't in good faith keep her daughter's whereabouts unknown. She's a girl.
She didn't want this.
We can't all have our personal way. It's the fault of your mother, after all.
Mm, mm.
I said she succeeded at
Like
courtesy.
Bob
but this-
immediately laughing.
This is her being courteous, you
Bob's like,
guys.
ooh,
That's a good success too. It's an 8 out of 9.
it's a
It's-
good success. That sentence was a little ooh.
Okay, we'll offer this. She quickly says, "Sometimes duty comes first."
What is the proposition that you have?
I've heard about your loss with Lady Lilo, and I understand the proper initiation would be overseen by more than you have initiated. Your sister also missed her initiation when she was held captive by your mother. Though she's late to it, I would propose that Nimue and Morgan be initiated together.
Think you've had worse ideas? You want me to initiate them both?
Perhaps we can initiate them together.
I know Lady of the Lake has to be there for Nimue's. So, doesn't seem that there's any other way to make it work.
There are few of us left.
There are very few. If we're going to do this, I'd really like to trust you. I would have rather you told me that Igraine was your friend and that she was aware of where her daughter was. Because I've done a lot of work to keep that girl from being noticed. And to keep her hidden and safe. And it's feeling an awful lot like I've been doing that for years in vain.
It's not you I wish to keep it from.
Was it Morgan herself or Olwen?
It was Princess Olwen.
Have I missed something?
She hasn't told you yet.
Hasn't told me what?
I believe that is best a conversation between you and your lady. Wouldn't you agree?
I would like it just to be known that I hate the Lady of the Lake. I'm answering with another question. It's been years since I've chastised one of you for that. I feel like I need to at this point because this is an entirely frustrating situation. How?
How?
How does she go from being a lady to a princess?
I don't have the exact details.
She has no ties to the royal family in Summerland or the royal family in
Come now,
Uther's
Beatrice.
court. Now I'm getting exactly what she's princess. Okay. Well, we'll initiate them together.
Very well.
Be honest with me, in the future I will actually keep your secrets.
Igraine's father's lands are very close to Avalon.
Mhm.
They're within the mist.
That's why she stared at it like that when we escorted Gorlo.
She could see, but explaining such things to a God-fearing noble knight like Gorlo would not. It would not sit well with him.
No. I suspect it wouldn't.
Our next choice is where exactly to initiate them. It would be best done at a pagan ritual site. And Avalon, unfortunately, is off limits.
There's the only one I know of is the one that mine was done at.
Indeed. That is one.
I don't know of another.
There is the Giant's Dance. You can roll religion pagan +5.
Okay, cool. I was like, I have no idea what that is.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You said +5.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a tick because we don't roll religion often in this game, if we're honest. It is the Stonehenge, the burial ground of Aurelius Ambrosius, of Uther Pendragon, and of Prince Matic. They were sacred stones. Rumor has it that Merlin had them brought here from Ireland. They were taken from giants.
How far is it?
It's in Salisbury.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, indeed.
out of character is the one the location that mine was done at. Is that still in Summerlin territory?
Yep.
Or have the board?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would hesitate to walk either of them into Sal's.
Uh-oh. We might do a quick BRB.
Sorry if I'm honest. Oop, yeah. Oh God.
Oh, no, we're back. Is that me
Okay.
or was that Emily?
I think that was
It was
Emily.
likely me.
Okay.
Yeah, she broke up for me too.
Okay, just
Okay.
checking because like it could be my machine, so I just wanted to make
That
sure it
was
wasn't gonna crash
spooky.
and burn.
Okay. Yeah, essentially what Beatrice had said was something along the lines of, I would hesitate to walk them into Salisbury.
Indeed. She'll be headed that way. Morgan will be heading that way eventually. Giant Stance is not far from Amesbury Abbey, but I understand.
Salisbury's not typically a friend,
No, they're not.
so I'm a little wary of one walking in there myself, not to mention with my younger sister and my acolyte in tow.
Then Wildcat Camp it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Beltana is the best time then.
Yeah. I feel like we're constantly in a state of having many things to get done.
She nods, but doesn't say anything. He says, sorry, I'm just looking for... Mind is blanking on name. He says, other than Hefina, will you be inviting anyone else?
I don't have not other people like us.
I think we should know all who are going to be present to witness such things.
Olwen was present for the last one, but I feel like we might need to have some conversations before that happens.
I would recommend saving those conversations.
Saving them.
It's practical. If you have some sort of falling out, what then? What of Morgan?
That's true.
What of Nimue?
Should we bring her anyway?
She does have the sight,
She does. Okay.
as does Elian, as poor as it is.
Yeah. Okay. I
I'll
don't
leave the
know.
choice on Elian to you, of course.
I feel like Elian's fine to go. They're pretty gun-ho about anything.
Out of character, if you didn't, I would just have her drag Nye along instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think she has a problem with Elian tagging there.
I'm going to leave. Well, the other ladies are tending to their own needs.
I would like to tend to my own needs at some point. There are things I want to do.
Rebecca, you're awful.
Rebecca, I hate you. I'm gonna black out your screen.
I could see that right away. It jumped up.
Rebecca, go in the timeout corner. You need to go in the timeout corner.
That's great. All right. So I don't think she'll be taking any of the ladies of the league with her. There aren't many left. There are at least two currently that could, but I don't think it makes sense. I'll roll again. I'll do the whole thing I was doing before. feeling relatively indecisive tonight. Could be fun. It's a 10. Nope. So she'll go alone for this one. She says, I think it's best that Uther's knights aren't aware of this. That might mean sneaking out.
Yeah. They have sworn to protect Morgan, so we might have some trouble getting her out. But
Well,
we can figure that out.
I can see to that part of it.
Will we need protection at all for going to Wildcat Camp? Should we bring a trusted knight or two?
That seems practical.
Okay.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just test something.
Yep.
For those watching, if you've never played Pendragon, one of the funnest things you get to do is test personality traits against each other to figure out how a character would apply. We don't always do that with NPCs, but because this game has a reoccurring cast of NPCs that are attached to these characters, we tend to do it a little bit more on this game. And in this case, we're going to be testing Nineveh's Prudent of 10 versus her Get the Right Thing, her Suspicious of 11.
I just
For some reason, I thought those would both be higher.
Yeah, honestly.
Hold on. There's more.
Yeah.
So we're going to be
Yeah.
testing her Prudent of 10 versus Suspicious of 11. Modified by her Suspicious of Nobility of +8. Oh, yeah, so 18 versus 19 wins. So, she says, and prefer it not. They all meet in their courts and gossip, and it's only a matter of time until he's branded a witch.
All right.
I think Elian might be enough. Do you want to make any counter to that, Beatrice, or are you good with that?
As far as the counter to that, she said, all right, I think she'll say I'll take it under advisement.
Okay. Yeah. She won't press that. You asked her opinion. I think she'll, this is a group thing, so she's not going to resist.
Yep.
Okay. So before we set that part up, Olwen, is there any particular, top priority you need to look after? Moving into Beltane.
I think she wants to have a conversation with Morgan about everything.
Okay. You find yourself. This is one of the rare times where this can be the same time Beatrice is talking to Nineveh. So she's away.
Yeah. Anywhere that Nineveh is not. Ugh.
Morgan's probably in the courtyard. Her hair is cut in such a way where it is symmetrical again. And she's still dressed like her, but you can tell she's like trying. It's almost like she's put herself in the courtyard to try and adjust to being a noble again.
So Olwen will be doing just her normal kind of making a little white flower crown, picking flowers in the courtyard, making her way to Morgan. It's not always easy, is it?
What's not easy, Lady Olwen?
Being something that you don't necessarily feel that you are. Having to do duties related to the title.
My father was murdered by the Knights of Uther Pendragon. And then the moment he wed my mother urgently, he saw it fit to marry us each to kings in the north that would otherwise threaten his unity over the island. No, I don't much feel control or like for what is to happen.
I understand. I wouldn't say mine is nearly as convoluted, but I have such strange family trees. My father was killed in a raid, and then my uncle died in a battle. And I came here, was named heir, and then found out that my mother wasn't who I thought she was. Can I tell you a secret?
She nods.
I haven't quite told anyone yet, and I'm terrified of how they'll react when I do. I was recently named a princess. I know.
She smirks and says, I thought you were going to say something serious. I'm sorry. Mistook the joke.
It is serious, actually.
Oh, your mother. I
The
forgot.
queen. It's easy to forget. She's terrifying, and I try to be kind. I felt like I didn't have a choice in the matter, really. Probably would have said that I did, but who knows what she would have done if I had refused. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. My hope is that I can take on the title and then just sort of keep doing what I'm meant to do and just sort of grit my teeth and do whatever duties I'm meant to do and use any benefits I might get to my advantage in helping what I really want to do.
I won't be alone up there. Not entirely. Both of my sisters are settled there now. I'll be closer.
If you ever need anything, we'll be here.
He smiles. Look forward
What?
to meeting my
Meeting?
sister's sons.
Oh, sure you'll be a great auntie. You'll have fun with them. But if you'd rather not,
I know.
Yeah.
Alright. And then we're going to check in with Nicole.
No, she's probably being very gentle with herself because,
She needs to heal.
yeah, Beatrice did a good job getting her to not, die or have a major wound. But she's still feeling it.
Yeah, you're going to actually heal your healing rate, which is 3 for what, probably 6 weeks. Let's go 4. Make it generous, or make it less generous. 12. You'd have 12 health back. How close does that take you to healthy?
It's too late/early in the morning for me to do math, so I'm typing it in.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, 14 plus 12. I'm back at full. Well, no,
So-
I'm not. I'm almost back at full.
By
I'm 26
time-
out of 29.
By the time you start your journey, you'll be full, or very close to full. But
Uh,
this scene can take place in between. Is there anyone... You can also say, it's late, let's just move forward, that's fine, but is there anyone you want to talk to before we advance?
I think she wants to touch base with Evray and Kat again. Because with Dogged gone, we kind of need to work out what's going to be going on in the meantime as far as the night structure.
Every Bowie Cadwigan?
Uh,
Are you excluding Bowie?
wow.
Bowie can be there, but he's not her first thought because he's, in her mind, he's still like under Evray.
I killed that man, thank you very much.
It's not that she disrespects Bowie. It's just she's in her mind she sees him as like a junior knight, whereas
I get it.
Cadigan and Evray are more seasoned.
Okay.
It'd be funny if Bowie hears about this from
Yeah.
Everett
Yeah,
on
just
accident.
walking past.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No, Everett
Why
tells him,
wasn't
he's
I
like, "Hey,
invited?"
we're going to the team meeting," and Bowie's like, "What team meeting?"
Oh,
Everybody's
right.
like, well-
Where was that again? I forgot.
Yes.
I still bring Bowie.
Yeah.
Okay, so the group of the Knights Remnant are present.
So it's unclear when, or I'm not going to say if, it's unclear when Dogged will return. He's previously been more or less the captain of the Knights.
Where did he go off to? Cadwigan says.
He said he was going to look for a Ronwy, and that he wanted to spread the word of Sir Jaren, hopefully to reach the ears of his former compatriots. It was all rather vague. I don't think he had a very clear plan. Or at least if he did, he didn't voice it to me.
Well, he's always returned when he's left.
He was a nod. I would usually believe that. He was just in a strange mood when he left.
I mean, it's understandable. He also what that sword was capable of.
I don't disagree. I just find it concerning he went himself.
Dogged seems honorable. I think it was a matter of matter of honor, both I think for him and the manor.
She kind of shrugs, says either way, let's get on without him for an unknown period of time.
Still no sign of Rockville.
You read my mind.
Everyone's like,
Elian kind of goes, if we're looking for a new captain, I wouldn't have nominated Brockvale, to be honest.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
That's what I'm thinking we need to discuss de facto.
And wouldn't it pass the one with the most seniority, typically? Unless you want to hold a tournament and determine it.
I would think either Cadigan or Evray would be a natural choice.
Oh.
Cadigan
Oh,
has been
God.
here for many years, however, he has a reputation that may not be the most welcome.
Just like that coupled with the suspicion Cadogan and Beatrice is great.
I'm not even just referring to that
Just
thing.
in general.
Yeah.
She's not suspicious of him. She's just pointing out that that's a reputation he has around the area. Yes.
hey, welcome in, Raiders.
Hi.
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 As far as
And while Every hasn't been here as long, he's certainly seasoned enough and has become well liked enough in the area.
as far as who would be better suited to the role, I would defer to Cadogan. I don't think
You're very good.
I'm a foreigner and haven't been here very long, so I'm not entirely sure
Hey,
that
thank
is
you
the
for the
correct
follow.
answer.
Guards,
Hey.
knights, squires, prepare
You're
for
very
battle.
capable.
It doesn't matter how capable I am, it matters the person that's been here the longest and knows the job the best, which is not me.
I have a question, Bob. How bad is Cadigan's reputation right now? Because it's a few years.
That's true. It has been on a scale of 1 to 10. How bad are we still at this moment?
One more time. What was the? I just want to make sure I heard.
How bad
that
is
correctly.
Cadigan's reputation at the manor right now?
Oh, at the manor, probably not bad. Outside of the
In the
manor,
town?
probably
Like
well.
Barrowcrest?
Outside of Barrowcrest is probably bad. I think in Barrowcrest he hasn't done anything more recently terrible in about 5 years.
He hasn't stabbed another person in 5
Peasants
years,
probably
so.
also have um the common folk have lower lifespans and less time to worry about such gossip. So once there's new gossip, like a princess of the Ancili or something,
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll move on. So that's kind of the structure. I think right now he's got a bad reputation in Summerland. He has a good reputation. I wouldn't even say good. He's respected amongst the knights for the most part, it seems like. Olwen respects him.
I mean, there's only like 4 of us, so.
Yeah. As far as, does that make sense?
Yeah. So she just kind of turns to Cadigan and shrugs and goes, well, I suppose it's your final decision then.
Cadogan shakes his head and he says, I've I've overseen the manor when Lady Olwen's been away prior.
I mean, if we can't come to a consensus and neither of you want it, then I suppose
Bowie,
if nobody, what? Are you
I
going to take it
mean
then?
this nicely. Elian would outrank you. You're the newest knight.
Technically, I've been here longer, but
Been
I
knighted
invited you
shorter.
here. It's-
you're right. If Sir Elian wishes to be captain of the guard, I'm sure that could be
Hadwigan,
acceptable.
did you turn down the position? Or were you finishing saying something?
Right now, I think I'll decline, unless it's asked of me by Lady Olwen. And I agree with you. Sir Elian is the next in line.
Leon looks kind of vaguely uncomfortable with this idea. I am much less battle tested than the both of you. My tactics are not quite as up to par.
If you do not wish to take it, Sir Elian, I will.
I think that's lovely.
But I think that you would be a good choice as well, despite, I suppose, not being battle tested.
I'm going to require a modest test from Elian if Elian does opt to.
Let's see.
She's not very modest. Let me see. Okay, it's not that bad.
Oh,
Failed.
Test proud
Oh, goodness.
in turn. Right? Tick proud.
Success.
And I think you would. You feel compelled to accept.
I appreciate all of your high regard for me. I shall do my best to live up to it. Bowie.
You'll do a lovely job, Sir Elian.
just clap a hand on Bowie's shoulder.
What?
I think we'll change scenes there just because I don't want to keep everyone up till like 3 a.m. their time.
Yeah.
So let's move on to I think what will be the final scene of the night, or the prep to the final scene of the night.
Whoa.
We'll be heading to Wildcat Camp.
So,
what does this look like?
sorry. We
No
have
worries.
we have the two. I have Morgan and I have Nimue. Nineveh, me, Olwen, Elian. I need to roll something. Do I listen to Nineveh's advice? The real question.
Do you? That is a question. That is a good question.
Great question.
Great question.
Would that be prudent versus reckless? Does that seem fair? Or would that be something else?
I think it's more like so what are we challenging? You're it's probably a pride thing not to listen to someone that you dislike versus,
Yeah, I think
versus a prudent thing, right? Or well,
yeah.
Um
So
I
pride
think
versus
I would just say proud first. and
proud.
Go from there. Does your pride kick in and say, "Nah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this just because he told me
Well,
not to." Yeah. If you quit it, it'd be like, you know what? Not only am I going to invite 2 people, I'm going to invite these other 3 people, and I'm going to make this a party.
I'm gonna make up a flyer and paste it all over Summerlin.
Everyone
So-
come.
Now we'll test Prudent. I think Prudent is about the secrecy. Because there is something true about what she's saying, which is that this, this being not kept secret could be to their detriment.
Yeah, this is like under the question of bringing another knight or bringing another couple of knights here. Or-
Okay, so, I think realistically, to me, what this means is you're gonna bring another knight. It's gonna be just one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be someone you trust, and to hell with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elian's about to have a rough journey. Generally. I'm bringing Cadogan, which means that Elian is going to be very suspicious for the entire thing.
Yeah, fair.
I've
She's
made it
trying to
worse.
figure out what their plan is. For the record, she doesn't think you guys are going to do anything nefarious to her or the manor. She just thinks you're up to something.
Mhm.
Are you going to allow Nineveh to prepare the means at which you leave?
Yeah, I'll let her do that.
Okay.
So we don't have to do the sneaky thing.
Okay. I want you all to test one courtly skill for me. With your Olwyn, Beatrice, Elian.
Moment of
Curtis,
odd question. What is a courtly skill?
So this would be anything you could roll normally at feast.
intrigue, probably.
Ooh, yeah, you know exactly what I'm going.
Intrigue, courtesy, dance,
Thank you, intrigue.
flirt, romance, or you could choose the temperate.
We
We all
successful.
succeeded.
Everyone passed. All right, tick those things.
Aw.
It's already ticked.
Olwyn, at the Belton festival, which is outside. There's kind of like a corresponding bit of a feast. After the feast, the plan is to pack up quietly and go. You observe that all of the royal knights have fallen asleep at the table, or wherever they were prior.
Oh.
Your dreams, darlings.
So the group that's heading here, just so we can go through the list because it's quite big. We have the three of you: Olwyn, Beatrice, and Elian. We have the other initiators, which would be Nineveh, and Athena, I want to do like something for Lilo, like a little thing, but also, if we did every funeral, we would be here for a long time.
Yeah.
We'll figure
We
it
could
out.
always do.
We could do it as
that-
like an opening vignette for like next episode.
Yeah, that's an option.
Like
We can
a-
do it when we get back from this.
Nimue, and then I think I know the answer, but who's the second knight? It's Cadogan, right? I think you said.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
Cadogan.
Person she trusts the most.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of the knights, yeah.
All right, and I think that is everyone.
We also have Morgan.
Oh yeah,
What?
I can tell it's getting late for me too. It's like, wouldn't that be awkward? Eggs on my face.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is
I
Home
forgot one
Alone.
of
We are
them.
Home
gathered here
Alone.
today,
Yeah.
witness the rite of passage for Morgan. Oh shit,
We left Morgan.
we left Kevin.
I can never get over how Beatrice's thing says handmaiden instead of handmaiden.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hand.
Also, apparently, Beatrice does have a daughter. It's her sister named what?
Handmaiden.
Basically.
It's Han,
Yep.
actually, Han Solo.
Handmaiden. Yeah.
So you make your way across Summerlin. It's only, I think, about 6 or 7 hours travel, if I recall correctly, from previous episodes.
Mhm.
But so you would reach here. You leave in the evening. You reach here about midnight. It's dark and very misty. I may pull up those earlier things I told you to ignore and not worry about.
That was for this?
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. So you recall Beatrice's initiation taking place here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wildcat Camp is an old hill fort. It's also a crossover set. One only open contractually for those to exit at this time of year, this exact time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But there's power in that. That's when the holiday itself brings with it life force. And then the site itself brings forward additional power. Beatrice, for this
I
ritual,
think my computer's glitching.
like you're gonna time out, or uh-oh. We'll be right back. We are back, yes, and we were talking about the crossover sites. There being power in that. It's also part of the pagan holidays, so that also comes with power. Now what we need is Beatrice to do a few things for us.
Yep.
First off, I need to know, for this scene, are you going to impassion yourself, or hold off and impassion later, or not passion at all?
I would like to be impassioned for the ritual. If this is prior to ritual, then probably not.
This will all be one scene.
Okay. Horse god, please. Thank you, horse god.
Thank
That
you,
was a
Rhiannon.
that was a
Way.
begrudging success on behalf of Rhiannon. That
Fine,
one
have
is like
it.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You're getting closer to giving me what I want from you.
We got that horse god.
hmm
So I need you to make the following rolls. I need you to make a religion pagan roll.
Okay.
I need you to make a sight roll.
Thanks, religion. That was
Oh,
great.
This is with your +5, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
with my +5.
Okay. Need you to make a sight roll.
Okay.
And then there was a third one that popped into my head. I can't remember what it is. That would make
It's a really good thing I have 2 other practicing spellcasters helping me do that. Beatrice
That's
is tired, okay?
That's actually a really good point. Um, that religion roll would have been rolled against a 20. Because you would have
Yay.
got a +2 from Nineveh and a +1 from Cana.
Okay, cool.
Your last one. I think your last one is going to depend on what you're emphasizing for the initiation. This is you bringing some kind of theme into the importance of the night. Can be, you don't have to like look on your sheet. You can tell me what the theme or what the importance is that you want to stress. Fine.
I think becoming one of us, like not necessarily just for yourself kind of thing.
This one's gonna be fun.
Oh god.
Test your trusting with a +3.
With a
And-
+3?
Well, yeah, it's actually no. You're not gonna get a +3 for this, but you do have your love, Rhiannon +5.
Just call me rough, everybody. I knew it was gonna be rough. Just not a trusting person.
I think as you begin the initiation outside of the cave, and you stare into the fire and reflect as Beatrice over your own path. For the first time ever, you see your pride through the eyes of an outside view, an external view. And you see all the times that it prevented you from a potential true collaboration, a true success,
Mhm.
A better outcome.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough to see.
Yeah.
It makes you less sort of prepared to be the guide.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I think that crosses off one of my thoughts. Now we're gonna go to Beatrice. Who would you like? Let's say Emily. This is less Beatrice. This is more of an Emily decision.
Mhm.
Who do you care more about rolling for?
I roll like trash.
Yeah.
Who do I care more about rolling for? I feel like I trust Nineveh, or Nimue rather, to get through this, given the talent that she's shown in the past. I'm more worried about Morgan at this point.
Okay. Okay.
So I feel like I lean Morgan.
Roll 1d3.
Oh god, I have to. Ooh.
Morgan enters the cave by herself. When she returns, actually, we'll give a sight roll to you all, because you can see beyond the veil. That's fair.
Alien has no clue what's happening.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so
She's
you're gonna
just-
send this girl into the cave. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I think okay. So Beatrice, you can kind of see her, but not like her full journey. You don't know what she's experienced, but you see the sign that whatever she was going to face happened. She returns not long after, only about a half hour after. Her head's hung low. And you see that her face, her eyes are like puffy. She's certainly been sobbing. I'll give you like a either intrigue or awareness test. Awareness will be -2 though.
Success.
You see her rubbing her like bare ring finger, and you know that that ring was important to her. She always ran her fingers over it when she was nervous. It was like her tell. You know, sometimes the initiation demands things from you as a test or trial.
So I am led to believe it was at least successful that she gave something in exchange.
Yeah.
Pull her to the side of me, and then Nimue's turn.
All right. Who wants? Which of you two wants to roll for Nimue?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't roll great.
Roll a d2.
One.
Okay. I think this one is shrouded to you all. She exits, Nimue exits, and she makes her way past the three of you. And she walks close to Nineveh And Nineveh eyes her over and nods. Nineveh, you hear Nineveh say in a whisper, she says, I can tell when the sight has been used. You've seen. And Nimue raises her hand and strikes Nineveh across the face.
Yes.
Or jog to Nimue, rather.
There's a look of anger in her eyes. And then she starts to walk off.
Elian kind of leans over to Lady Olwen. I've never attended one of these. Is this how it usually goes?
No, but I wish it were.
Where is Nimue walking to? Is she walking to Wildcat Camp or is she just walking off?
She's walking off, like back on the path that you were.
That we came on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look to Nineveh and Hefina.
Hefina smiles.
Are we done here?
I think we can return. And Hefina laughs and says, before the knights get too worried about us.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna jog to try and catch up to Nimue.
I think Owen follows.
Elian, your charges are heading off at a faster pace. Do you want to pursue them at that speed? Or... Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pursue them so I catch up with them.
Okay. I need a sight or awareness roll from each of you.
I'm going to do awareness.
I've succeeded in a sight roll.
Success.
Yes.
Okay. All of you become aware of what's happening around you. 2 by magical sight, and 1 by a good sense of their surroundings. You see hands begin to emerge from the ground and begin to pull themselves up. There's at least a dozen in your area, but none of you are grabbed by them. And with that, we're going to end the episode. And
Say you can give a cliffhanger.
You know
No.
who's coming back over the crossover site, everybody?
I don't know. We don't know what sort of school of
Who-
magic
Yeah,
that
who could
Nimue-
possibly be a necromancer? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, are those
Nimue,
like solid
maybe.
hands? What kind of hands are they?
they look
They're
more...
dead people hands.
Yeah.
Lovely.
We'll establish whether they're skeletons or a little more meat on the bone when we find out next time.
Next time.
Let's go ahead and do some outros because it's late for some of you all and it's late enough for me.
Late enough.
Yeah, Rebecca.
All right. Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I played Olin. And it was just a good time. Oh, Minodos. Minodos is doing such a good job. I'm so proud of him. And Cat Files here. That's exciting. So if you want to watch any of the previous episodes and check our backlogs, we have a YouTube channel. If you want to join the discussion and send memes and talk theories and talk shit, you can join our Discord. And I've linked both of those in the Twitch chat, and we hope that you join and have fun with that. And that's me done.
Awesome. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I played Beatrice, and you know, My mom had to come back, right? We knew that was happening at some point.
We don't know.
Your father's still in the dungeon, isn't he?
He's definitely still in the dungeon. He is 1,000% still in that dungeon right now.
It's true.
So, oops.
Nicole.
Didn't get ready for that.
We were distracted.
We were.
busy. Right?
Things just happen sometimes, you know?
And Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I was Sir Elian, who managed to not die again tonight by the skin of her teeth and using a mulligan.
Yeah, you would have straight up died without that mulligan.
I would have straight up died, yeah. Yeah, so hopefully next time I don't get as close to dying, but I'm not gonna hold my breath because that seems to be how things get for me.
That's fair. Those rolls hate you. And
They
I'm
hate
Bob.
me,
We are on our 50th episode, which obviously says it in the title. But yeah, we've been playing for a while now. This is our kind of third chapter in the game. We play on Tuesdays, every Tuesday for the most part, and we are connected to shared Arthuriana experience with a Friday night game and a Sunday night game. So there's lots of crossover. Probably more NPCs in any game should have a right to trying to take over George R. R. Martin territory with NPC names. But we're it's fun. It's a good time. Players are always at the forefront of things, and this is a fun episode. Some stuff happened that was definitely worthy of a 50th episode, including Morgan Le Fay and Nimue being inducted into their respective magical orders.
Yes.
There is something to consider, underneath it all, which is technically Morgan Le Fay was inducted into Beatrice's order, even if it's to split apart after the fact. So yeah, these are our big time Arthuriana NPCs that we'll probably be seeing a lot more of in the future. And it's been cool watching, aliens moving into that realm of being, here a couple of like half a year, maybe a little longer. So aliens starting to hit more of the fleshed out area, but for Owen and Beatrice, who've been around since the beginning as characters, it's kind of cool to see just how much they've grown. And I like seeing in Pendragon the way the game sort of forces you not to play stagnant characters, because everything that happens to them creates wounds that never go away and scars emotionally, just like real life, which is sometimes too sad, but it's often
And it moves
often a
it
good
it
time.
moves at such a pace that you really have to like adapt quickly and change quickly and really, really like have a grasp on how that changes a character immediately. Which has been like challenging but really exciting and fun.
And I'm not sure this is the way everyone would play Pendragon, but for me, I think you're doing it wrong if you don't. There's so much opportunity in the system to explore characters that just don't behave like every other game. Like where you almost surrender your right to decide exactly what the character is doing to the dice rolls sometimes, and it can be super stressful but very rewarding when it works out. It can also be really rewarding when it doesn't work out, and or it works out way downstream or changes the character in a way you never expected. I appreciate all
should also
you.
state,
Absolutely.
yeah, we should also state that this game uses slightly different mechanics than a traditional one because we're the magic-y people.
Yeah. Yep, that's
The
a good
weekend
point.
game is more traditional.
The standard, everything other than the fourth edition version of this game doesn't really reflect magic as NPC stuff. It's about, or as PC stuff. It's about knights. Knights are the player characters or player knights typically. This game we wanted to show a behind the curtain view of what's happening with the Ladies of the Lake, and sort of the magic, the pagan magic of Britain. I hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to go ahead and raid out because we still have 14 viewers.
Absolutely.
Let's share the love. See who's on this crazy late time.
Here's to at least 50 more episodes.
We'll read out to. Okay, get ready for the raid. We're going in soon.
Wade.
The
And here we go.